What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 picks in the NBA draft and what I think their ratings are going to be in NBA 2K18 MyTEAM. So we're going to go, obviously start from number 10 and go all the way to the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. And also a bit of a disclaimer. This is under the assumption that 2K stay with the exact same system as they did last year for MyTEAM, which is silvers between 70 and 75 and golds between 76 and 79. And also that they're going to keep most of the high enough picks as silvers. Very few high picks will end up being golds. If that's the system that they've ran the last few years, and I think they're going to do something very, very similar. So take that into account before you guys start saying something like Kevin Knox should be an 83 overall, whereas an 83 overall is realistically someone like, I don't know, a Paul George will probably be around an 83 overall. So anyway, now let's get on to the predictions. And also, this is not what I think, these are just predictions, and I'm by no means an expert. I didn't watch that much college basketball this year, but I watched a little bit of these guys play. I watched a little bit in Summer League, and I kind of know the way 2K rate players, so hopefully this is close enough. But anyway, first of all, we're going to go on to number 10, Mikal Bridges. I'm shocked that the Sixers traded him, especially because of his mom working in the organization, but that just shows the way the Sixers are. They seem to be cutthroat. But Mikal Bridges is going to be a really solid NBA player. I think he's NBA ready, won a championship at Villanova, and I honestly think he's going to have a really solid rookie year. I think that Mikal Bridges is going to be probably a 72 overall silver. That's my guess. So he's going to comfortably be a silver while not being one of the higher end silvers. Again, could pick up a moments card straight away, but I think his base card is going to be a 72 overall silver with decent defensive stats and a decent 3-ball. Now we're on to the number 9 pick, Kevin Knox. So Kevin Knox, I honestly didn't want that much of him in college, and I thought it was a bit of a strange pick for the Knicks, especially when Michael Porter Jr. was on the board. Obviously, if a lot more teams passed on Michael Porter, there must have been something very wrong with him. But Kevin Knox has been great in Summer League, and it's looking like he could end up being one of the steals of the draft, going to the New York Knicks at number 9. So for that reason, especially with how he played in Summer League, and although Summer League doesn't have the biggest factor in a player's overall, it definitely has some factor. But at the same time, Kyle Kuzma ended up as a bronze after being great in Summer League last year. But for that reason, I think that you could base it on the last couple of games and make him, like, say, a 74, 75. But because of where he was drafted, I think that Kevin Knox is probably going to be, or I'm going to guess 73 overall silver, which is actually better than a few guys that were picked higher than him. But I think Kevin Knox is going to be a really solid card at the start of the game anyway, because he's going to be athletic, he's tall, and will be able to shoot a little bit. So this card could be one of those cards that you use to start the game, especially if they do a salary cap again. This card could be really nice. Now we're on to the 8th pick, Colin Sexton. So Colin Sexton had a great college year, starting off with a game where, did they go 3-on-5 or something? Or was it 4-on-5? And he nearly pulled off a win, which was incredible. And after that, Colin Sexton's season went pretty much from strength to strength. He ended up being drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers, who unfortunately lost LeBron James. But I think Colin Sexton is going to have a really good rookie year, because I think the Cavs are going to be quite a weak team, to be completely honest. But Colin Sexton has been okay in Summer League so far. I think that they're going to give him, however, a lower rating than Kevin Knox, just because, I don't know, it's what I'm guessing anyway. No real reason about it, just I have a weird feeling. He's probably going to be around a 72 overall. 72, 73, I'm almost certain he's going to be one of those two ratings if the system stays as it is. And Colin Sexton could end up being a really nice point guard, and I think he's going to have a great year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But yeah, 72 is my prediction for Sexton. Now we're on to Wendell Carter Jr. I'm going to give my reason for this based on the fact that I know how 2K ratings work. Well, I don't know exactly how they work, but I have a general idea, and I've seen a couple of spreadsheets that have given me a general idea. So Wendell Carter Jr., I'm predicting is going to be a 72 overall as well. And a big reason for that is that height directly affects overall with centers. So a lot of positions like point guard, shooting guard, small forward, whatever height you are, it doesn't affect you at all. And height actually is a big factor in centers. And as Wendell Carter is a 6'10" center, I'm guessing that he will end up being a 72 overall. But at the same time, even though height does affect centers, intangibles does as well. So they could end up boosting him to 95 intangibles and make him a higher rating. But as a 7th pick in the draft, a 72 overall is definitely fair. And again, he's a guy who I can see doing quite well for the Chicago Bulls. Him and Larry Marketing could do well. They've got Chris Dunn, they re-signed Zach LaVine, and the Bulls could be interesting next year. Probably not playoff bound, but like, it could be a very, very fun young team to watch. So the number 6 pick was Mo Bamba, who was picked by the Dallas Mavericks. Mo Bamba had one of the fastest 3/4 court sprint times, and some people were even thinking because of that sprint time and his athleticism that he should have gone number 1. But to be honest, I'm a type of person that thinks those times, the numbers really in the combine with what they lift, what they run, isn't too much of a difference if they don't show it in game. And Mo Bamba actually was quite good at Texas. He's the potential to be one of the best players in this draft. But I'm going to guess that Mo Bamba is going to be the same overall as Kevin Knox. I'm guessing he's going to be a 73 overall. But this card, if they do make wingspan a big factor, this card could be a beast. He will have one of the longest wingspans in the game. He's got one of the longest wingspans. Well, he will have one of the longest wingspans in the NBA. And if they can give him his actual wingspan, he could be a really overpowered shot blocking silver card to start the game. And if he has a little bit of a 3-ball, a little bit of a mid-range shot, he could honestly be an absolutely cheese center to use in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. And even though I think he'll start as a 73 overall, that 73 could be incredible for maybe a month or so after the game comes out, because of the whole salary cap thing that we assume we're seeing again. So then we're on to the 5th pick, TRAE Young. TRAE Young, I think, is going to be a 73 overall. But at the same time, I think TRAE Young is going to be a card that everyone is going to want to use in my team, but not his base card. I don't think that base card is going to be great, because he's going to be undersized, he's going to be a good shooter, but I think he's going to have quite an awkward release as well in game. So I'm guessing that his base card is going to be almost exactly like the Seth Curry Mavs card this year. But I think that TRAE Young may end up being the first player in the NBA, or well, not player in the NBA, a player in NBA 2K19 to get Hall of Fame limitless. Because if you're looking at him in the Summer League, he is pulling it from everywhere, and I don't think that's going to change in the NBA. TRAE Young is a shooter, and to be fair, when he attacks the basket, he's a great passer, just not the best finisher going to the basket. I don't think he's going to have the best rookie year in general. I think he's going to struggle a little bit, especially from the field. But I think that TRAE Young will have a solid NBA career, and this silver card could be very cheap to start the game. Now we're on to the 4th pick, Jaren Jackson Jr., one of my favorite players in this draft. He's so young, he's already incredible, and could make an impact right away. Jaren Jackson Jr., I think, is going to be a 74 overall, so one rating higher than anything we've seen before. He's an absolutely knockdown shooter for a big. He's athletic. He's like the modern day NBA stretch 5, or you can probably play a little bit at the 4. He's going to be a really nice player for the Memphis Grizzlies, especially putting him alongside Marc Gasol, not Pau Gasol. Putting them alongside Marc Gasol if Conley gets healthy. They've now got Anderson from the Spurs. The Grizzlies, while probably not going to push for the playoffs, I would not be surprised to see him sneak in as the 8th seed in the Western Conference, especially if Jaren Jackson has a really good rookie year. And this is one of the players that I think could win Rookie of the Year. So we could see a lot of Jaren Jackson cards next year. And he could be a really cheap stretch 5 to use next year in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. The 3rd pick in the NBA draft was Luka Doncic. I think that Luka Doncic is going to be a 76 overall gold. Yes, 76 overall. I don't know what position they're going to make him, because a lot of the time he may start as a point, well, not really a point forward, but kind of like he might start the small forward position for Real Madrid and take the ball up, and in other times he'll play at the point guard position. So it'll be weird to see what position they make Luka Doncic in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. And the crazy thing is that I think he'll be a gold via the point guard, but I think if he's a small forward, he'll be a 75 overall silver. Because passing means an awful lot for overall for point guards, and it doesn't for small forwards, and it means a little bit less for shooting guards. So I'm guessing that Luka Doncic, if he's a point guard, a 6'8 point guard, his passing stats are going to be out of this world, even for his initial card, and I think that that would be enough to give him a 76 overall gold. However, if he is a 2 guard or a 3, I can see him going as low as 74. If he's a small forward, I think he'll be a 74. Shooting guard 75, or point guard I think he'll be a 76, just because of the way 2K rate players and the strengths of Luka Doncic. The 2nd pick in the NBA draft was Marvin Bagley III. And I'm going to guess that Marvin Bagley will be a 75 overall silver. Bagley is honestly the guy that I would have taken with the #1 pick. Just watching him play at Duke, like, I know he's not the best defender, but neither is DeAndre Ayton. Bagley was just, his offensive rebounding is incredible, putbacks, his ability to catch lobs, his ability to stretch the floor a little bit, and I think he could be a really nice shooter. But with the second pick, he was definitely a nice pick for the Kings because of how well he runs the floor, and he's just a modern day NBA big. But I have a feeling that Marvin Bagley is going to be a 75 overall silver. I can't see him being in that gold range because I think that right now Luka Doncic is probably better than him, even though Bagley obviously has a higher ceiling. Again, this card could be a really fun card to use. They might give him a low 3-ball in his initial card, which might be annoying, but if he has a semi-decent 3-ball, if he's got a good block rating, if he's fast, if he's able to run the floor, has high enough speed of ball, great rebounding stats, he could be quite a cheese card to use. And I think definitely, if he has one good shooting game in the NBA and gets a moments card, this could be such a cheese big man to use in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. And last up is DeAndre Ayton, the #1 pick in the draft. And all I'm going to say is that since 2K have brought in the lower ratings system, as in like lower ratings for my team than in current day, every #1 pick has been a 76 overall gold, which is why I think they're going to make DeAndre Ayton a 76 overall gold. A reason why I think Doncic will be the same rating is because I believe, and a lot of people believe, that right now Doncic is the best of all these players. Doesn't have the highest ceiling, but right now Doncic is better than them all. MVP EuroLeague, far better than NCAA. But yeah, DeAndre Ayton should be solid enough for the Phoenix Suns. Not a big fan of him. Being completely honest, I am not a big DeAndre Ayton fan, and I don't see really how he fits into the modern NBA. But I hope I'm wrong, to be honest. But my prediction is, this is the one I'm most confident on, that DeAndre Ayton will be a 76 overall gold. I'm 95% certain of that, and I would be shocked if he has any other rating. So anyway, that's the video. These are the top 10 picks in the NBA draft and what I think they're going to be rated in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.